Hi guys, Will, just in time prepping. What's happening today? Excuse me, it's went from being a nice day yesterday to being colder than hell today, so I think we'll just do a little video inside and hope for the best. We talked about how you didn't have to really be a prepper to be prepared yesterday's video. And so I'm going to continue on along that line. You don't really have to be prepared, but you have to have stuff to get you through a situation. And we talked about that yesterday, but let's talk a little bit more about how you would be prepared for that situation. A good way to do that would be to have drills, something like a fire drill they do at school, you know. They do all kinds of drills at school, I understand now, not just for fire drills, but they do event drills as well, you know. Well, that would not be totally a bad idea for families to get in the habit of doing. I mean, it would take maybe 2 or 3 minutes out of your life, you know, and you wouldn't have to do it all the time. You could do it on a monthly basis, maybe even a weekly basis, whatever the families actually decide to do themselves, you know. That's what I'm thinking would be the best thing, you know, is when you make your plan, your written plan that we've talked about several times, maybe include a drill in there. It could be a drill for whatever you choose, you know. Say you live in an area where there's a lot of earthquakes, maybe you could have a drill on earthquakes, or if you live in a place that has hurricanes, you could do a drill on hurricanes, or things like that. Every area of the world that we live in, they all have their own little situations that come up, or events, and it would be a good idea for us to take our family members and just create a drill. Look up what you would have to do for a certain event, and say in your area you have earthquakes, so you would go online, you would look up how to prepare in case of an earthquake. You would either run it off on your printer if you have one, or you could take notes and implement that into your plan of action. And then that would not take anything away from you. I mean, then if you had an event or an issue or whatever, your family would know what to do. I mean, say the kids are at school and mom's at work, or mom's at the doctor's office and dad's at work and the kids are in school. An event happens. What would you do? Do the family members won't know what to do when that happens? If you all have the same plan, then the plan will come together. You will just plan a meeting place, and all of you get there. That way you don't have to hurry and lose track of what your thinking is. You could say, okay, we planned for this. This is what the family's going to do. This is where I have to be at this time. Or if you're at home, you could plan for 2 different scenarios. You could plan for an away scenario, and you could plan for an at-home scenario. Altogether, we could understand that this will probably only take you guys a minimum of maybe 4 or 5 minutes to run through, and you could make it every month. Do it on the same day every month, or the same day every week. And then your family learns to start thinking in case of an emergency or an issue. Excuse me, kid's giving me his cold. Anyway, this is what you need to do: make it part of your plan. And you know, I told you, as we were talking about yesterday, you know, you don't really have to be a prepper to be prepared. So this is another part of, you don't have to be a prepper to be prepared, but you do have to have a plan. And the idea behind this is so that all the family members are on the same page. When everybody gets to the location that you've decided to meet at, then you've completed that plan, and you know that the plan is now solvent and can be done more often. This is going to come in to be a big help, say, if we should have a EMP attack or maybe an attack from another country. It would come in very handy because in today's busy society that we live in, it's possible that we might not all be at the same location. So you will want to have a plan of action to know what to do in this event. And if you all have the same plan of action, then it's going to work out. If you don't, then you're going to get somebody freaking out, wondering what's going on, wondering what they can do to get where they need to be, say home or whatever. But if you have a plan of action, then when something happens, and it could be an event or it could be an issue, something like that, act of war, whatever. I don't talk like that, but it's something that you have to think about. Then if you have your plan of action and you follow the plan of action, then when you all get together, you've completed that successfully, pat yourself on the back, and that way you know what to do every time. Now you need to have a meeting place for sure, and try to get there to that meeting place. And you could make it home, you could make it a halfway point for wherever everybody might be. But it's just like the schools do, when they have a drill at school, according to what my son tells me, is they all go to a certain location. Those people count heads and decide that everybody's there. And then when the all clear, when they get the all cleared, then they all go back to where they should be. Well, it should be the same thing at home. I'm sure I'm not the first one to think about this, but this is something that we should think about as responsible adults and parents. So, anyway, that's basically what I have for today. We'll go into a new idea probably Thursday, because tomorrow, we have our live feed. It runs from 9 to 12, and that's where I write down all the participants' names. And then on Saturday, we have another live feed, and that starts at 8 p.m., and this is Mountain Standard Time. And that's when we sit there and visit and have a whole lot of fun with our friends and talk about several topics at one time. And then at some point in that event, live stream, I pull a name out of a hat, and one of those people win a gift. Now, how it's set up for the new folks that are new to my channel, it goes like this. We all meet on Wednesdays, and I write down everybody's name. And then on the live stream on Saturday, we sit there and visit. At some point, I will draw a name out of a hat. Actually, it's a little plastic bin that I use. And whoever I pull out of the hat wins something. Now, this is how it is. Mostly, if you don't blind spot, donate to the channel, which is everything that donates into the channel stays in the channel, then what happens is you may not just win the sticker. You may win a sticker and say maybe a coffee mug, or maybe a sticker and a t-shirt. It all depends on the monetary value, and the monetary value is like 5, 10, and 25, I believe. And all that money stays in my channel. I don't want you guys thinking I'm out there blowing my money on bills, because I make money to pay the bills, but I need extra money to take care of my YouTube channel. So I keep all the donations in the channel, and then use that money for the gifts. Or right now I'm trying to save enough money to get some new camera equipment, like a handheld camera, video camera, and some lighting. So As you all know, I'm creating a studio in my basement, so I need a little extra money to fix that up. I need to put some false walls up. I need some better lighting down there, because when you're in a basement, it takes away from the natural lighting that you can use if you're not in a basement, things like that. So that's how it is. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and we will have a drawing tomorrow. Or not a drawing, but I'll write down all the names tomorrow, and then on Saturday we'll have the drawing. So, where you can donate for the cause, for the gifts, or for the video equipment will be in the description down below. And it's not I'm telling you have to do it. It's what you want to do, what your conscience wants you to do. So don't think that it's necessary, or I can't think of the regular word, mandatory, that's the word. It's not mandatory that you give. It's just some of the things some of my plans. So that's how that goes. That's about all I have for you guys today. I'm about up to my limit on what I allow myself for video length to be anyway. And I want you guys to know that I love all you guys, and I really couldn't make any of my videos without you. And it's always as usual, it's God bless you and God bless me. And God bless the US of A, because we are living some strange times right now. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to give this a thumbs up and like the video and leave some comments down below, okay? Until next time, thanks.